about you, Sondra? What are some things that you practice? I'm sure you, I mean, I know you're a big about health also. So do
Yeah.
you have any simple tips, that you practice?
So I started first by taking a nutrition class, and that helped me kind of understand the way that our bodies react to food. And one of the biggest things that I got from that is that we actually know very, very little about how our bodies react to food. So I think that that's really important. Number one, to not fall into these trends. It's literally just a ton of money that's going behind these things that are pushing chia seeds, milk, oatmeal, all of this. Like, it is, my first step is be mindful of the fact that you are being marketed to. So just listen to what it is that you want. So then once I learned a little bit about food and how that industry works, I did start reading the labels. One of the big things that I really look out for is the sodium to potassium ratio. People don't know that those are actually relative to each other. We tend to overload on sodium. If you want to lower your blood pressure, go for high potassium foods. And bananas are not the highest in potassium. We're fed this information that's not necessarily true. So then what I did, once I started to figure that out, what started to make me feel better about what I was eating, I was reading the labels, and that can take a really long time. And so going to the grocery store is time-consuming enough, so reading the labels is maybe, it can be exhausting after a while, maybe you get tired of it. So what I started to do was I started shopping at stores where I don't have to read the labels. There are stores you can go to, like Whole Foods, like your natural grocer. They do the research for you, and they swear, yes, there's going to be stuff that seeps in, but it's so small. If you can, just shop somewhere where you don't have to read it. Maybe if you want to be mindful of your sodium and your sugar and all that, you read the nutrition facts. But I avoid nasty chemicals altogether by just shopping at stores that refuse to sell those types of items. I don't shop at Safeway because I'll be sitting there reading the labels, and one, it'll gross me out, to be totally honest, because I don't want to put something in my body that I can't read the word on it. There are certain foods that should only have maybe 3 ingredients, but they have a really long list of ingredients. And I just, why waste my time on reading all of that garbage when I can just go somewhere like Whole Foods? Here in the Pacific Northwest, we have a chain called PCC. Just go. It might be like a hair more expensive to shop at stores like that, but it's your health at stake. So it's worth putting in the money on good food so that you don't have to put it towards your medical bills later, is how I.
Right on.